Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back to another Inktober video. So we are only on day 3 and this has already been a tough challenge to stay on top of. Since I didn't really plan this ahead of time very well, I am stuck picking images and sort of painting them to my liking. But as I mentioned in the first Inktober video, I am using an alternative prompt that was created by Kim Carlika_art on Instagram. And for today, the prompt was Illuminate. So instead of explaining everything that you can sort of see me doing in this progress video, I thought these videos would be a fun way to kind of tell you guys a little bit more about myself, and you can kind of get to know me and my art journey. So what I wanted to talk about today is why I started painting in the first place. So just a small backstory, I did not start off my life as a painter. I've always been creative and artistic, even when I was in preschool, but the raw talent was always there, and I was always sort of killing the little projects, what we did back then. But it wasn't until after I graduated undergrad that I decided to truly pick up a brush. So let me jump right into what inspired me becoming a painter. So back in 2013, I was accepted into a study abroad program over the summer in Venice, Italy. And let me just say that I was shocked that I was even accepted into this program because, of course, back then I didn't have much confidence in myself as an artist. I had no reasons inside of me, I guess, to even believe that I would deserve to be on a trip like this. But the trip essentially ended up being free. It was over the summer. It was 5 weeks. It was great. Let me say, this was my first time ever flying in my life. I could share the whole Venice experience in another video, but let me talk more about why I started painting. So in Venice over the summer, they have this art event called the Biennale. It is every other summer, and so happened this summer that I went was the summer that they had it. And the Biennale is basically this huge art exhibit that spans the entire island. It has artists from all countries, all around the world, all different genres, things that you can understand, things that you can't understand. It was pretty crazy. And I honestly was not always a person that was super into going to museums, not because I didn't like to see the art, because of course I loved seeing the art, but it was just because the experience of some museums is they're quiet and they're empty sometimes, and you're doing a lot of walking, so I think I'm just lazy or something. But with the Biennale, this was just something that was you could just be going to get coffee and you would see an art exhibit, or you would come across paintings or a pile of art somewhere, it was you were truly engulfed in art wherever you went. So I was at some showcasing that had a whole lot of paintings, because of course there's always going to be a lot of paintings across the generations, right? But this place, I cannot remember what painting I was looking at, and maybe it doesn't so much matter, but after having looked at so many paintings, and all those paintings were just so beautiful, and it was this point where I stopped and was I'm gonna become a painter. And honestly, I don't know why I said that. I'm not sure why I decided to do that in that moment, because before then I didn't really paint much at all. I was mostly into pencil drawings or pen drawings and using ink and stuff like that. But for some reason, because I was seeing paintings all the time, I just had this urge to become a painter. And I just said it out loud, and it just sort of manifested eventually. It still took about a year for me to become a painter, or to actually take it seriously. It eventually happened, and I just eventually started building that skill up. So that is sort of what started my journey as a painter. And hopefully you guys like these stories. I can share more about Venice. I can share more about my experiences as a creative. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you love the finished result of this day 3 of Inktober. And please subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one.